That play, I mean, that was the rule. Bill Belichick on knowing the tuck rule before the play happened, which he was like really the only one that knew it. No one else really knew it before it happened. But then now most people know it just because of the game. Comment below on your opinion of this. Tuck rule 30 for 30 was on last night. For those who don't know, it was a game in 2002 between the Raiders and the Patriots. Who's going to play the Steelers pretty much. And in that game, a very controversial call happened when Tom Brady moved his arm forward and dropped the ball, and it was considered a forward pass because he got knocked away, but he didn't really tuck it back to himself. So that was the reason why the Patriots still regained the ball. And this up here says Tom Brady calls the tuck rule play a fumble, which seems like after all these years he really decided that it's a fumble in general. In my opinion, rewatching the video, it definitely looked like a fumble. And I don't really like the tuck rule in general. It seemed like a weird kind of rule where if your arm's moving forward and gets knocked out, you don't tuck it back in, it's not a fumble to forward pass and incomplete, which I think it definitely did hit his left hand. So I think that would probably constitute a tuck rule even in that it was a fumble. In my opinion, I think it's a fumble. Comment below on your opinion. Was it a fumble or was it not? The tuck rule never happened, which this is honestly an interesting thing. And they honestly posed the question on the 30 for 30. And it was very insightful to see what they would have thought would have happened in their careers and what trajectory would have happened. That particular play doesn't happen. I don't know what happens with my career beyond that. Tom Brady, which is honestly true. I think he probably would have been benched. Bill Belichick said he wouldn't have done it, which I think he probably would. And I think that's probably what would have happened in his career. I don't think his career probably would have ended in the same way it does now. Comment below your opinion on this. Brady, the starting quarterback of the Patriots in 2002. In my opinion, I think it's a no. I think if the tuck rule never happens, I think probably Drew Bledsoe is probably the starting quarterback, and I don't think his career ends the same way. Raiders go on to win Super Bowl 36, which honestly, Charles Woodson thought that they would probably win back-to-back, which they definitely had a good chance. They were definitely a good team at the time, and he definitely had a good chance of staying a Raider for life. That's what he said. He probably would have never became a free agent and then went to Green Bay, where he won his first Super Bowl. Which, would his career with the Raiders done differently if that wouldn't have happened? I probably agree with that, and I think the same that he does. Brady's still considered the GOAT in this scenario. In my opinion, I don't think he probably would have. It would probably been Peyton Manning or Joe Montana. Those would probably been considered the GOATs right now if the tuck rule game would have never happened.